In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a stamp duty calculator in Wix. Unfortunately, since Wix doesn't support this functionality by default, what we need to do is use a third-party platform. Don't worry though, it's completely free and also very easy to set up. The first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take to the Elfsight platform. Once you've clicked on a link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to head over to the top of the page, which is where you'll find this widget button. Simply hover over it, and then underneath Forms right here, I want you to click on Calculator. That will then take you to the Calculator widgets page. From here, I want you to click on this Create Widget for Free button, and then you'll be taken to the Calculator template section. As you can see, there's a bunch of different calculator templates they can choose from, and at the time of recording this video, unfortunately there isn't a stamp duty calculator that is pre-made, so what that means is that we need to make it ourselves. However, depending on when you're watching this video, there may already be one, so feel free to have a look around and see if it's there. However, in this particular case there isn't one, so I'm going to show you how to create one from scratch. So just choose any of these templates that you want to go with, and then go ahead and click on continue this template in the bottom left corner of the screen right here. Then you'll be taken to the page where you can start customizing the calculator to your liking, both in terms of design and functionality. So this is what this particular template looks like by default, and there's a bunch of fields here. There's 2 in total for this one, and as you can see, they represent this part of the calculator right here. Then at the bottom here, you also have calculations. So this is the functionality of the calculator. If you click on this, you can see that the formula that is used to give you this output right here based on the input that we provide. So what we want to do here is basically customize this calculator so that it becomes a stamp duty one. So let me show you how to do that. The first thing we want to do is obviously rename the calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and click on header here, and then change this to stamp duty calculator, just like that. And then I'm going to put it in the middle, just like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete these 2 fields because they're relevant for us. And then we're going to go ahead and add new fields. In this case, we want to add number here, just for property price, just as an example, just like that. And then format, change the format to currency, and then currency GBP, pound sterling, just like that. And then click on done. Then here you can also add a description. As you can see, it goes underneath here. I'm not going to go ahead and do that because it's not relevant in this case. Then you can also add the default value. This is basically the figure that will be shown right here before the user enters a price for the property, just like that. Then you can also say conditional logic if you want to. This is pretty simple. Just enable it here, and then obviously add the different conditions to the calculator. I know the stamp duty has different tax brackets, and different circumstances can affect the overall stamp duty that person needs to pay. So that's when conditional logic can come in very handy. But yeah, I'm not going to touch on that because it's not relevant in this case, but feel free to explore this option if you want to build a more comprehensive stamp duty calculator. So I'm going to head back here, and then this is basically the fields section. You can add as many fields as you want by clicking add field here, and then basically adding all the fields that are necessary for the calculation of the stamp duty. Then at the bottom here, we have the calculations. So the fields here are the input that the person needs to input into the calculator, and then the calculations are used for the output. So basically, the calculation section here uses a formula depending on the input to provide the user with an output. Now, depending on the type of stamp duty calculator you want to build and how comprehensive you want to make it, you want to add the formula here that will then generate the output based on the user's input. If you don't know what you're doing here in terms of the formulas, what you can do is go ahead and click on generate with AI, and then briefly describe what type of functionality you want. So in this case, I want stamp duty calculator, just like that, and then I'm going to click on generate, and then in a couple of seconds, as you can see, here is my formula. Now this is super brief. I don't even know if this is accurate. I'm not sure what the current law in the UK is for stamp duty, so this might be completely irrelevant, but yeah, just know that this is how it works. Then at the bottom here, we have showing results. This basically allows you to hide the final outcome right here. So if you want to collect emails, you might want to hide this, and then the person can submit the email, and then they can get the result basically, if you want to do that. In this case though, I'm keeping it simple. I'm going to show the result right here, and then at the bottom here, you also have conditional logic for the calculations as well. So yeah, like I said before, if you want to build a more comprehensive calculator, then conditional logic will come in very handy. But yeah, that's pretty much in terms of functionality. I know mine looks super bare bones and it doesn't really make any sense, but yeah, this is what you need to kind of like take into account when you build your stamp duty calculator. So yeah, what you need to do is go ahead and familiarize yourself with the current stamp duty law and all the tax brackets and all the different circumstances that could affect the final stamp duty that person needs to pay. And then based on that information, go ahead and create the relevant fields and the relevant calculations and then your calculator will work and it can act as a stamp duty calculator. Now that's the functionality side. In terms of design, what you can do here is go to the left hand side and there you will see style and settings. These are the different settings that you can take advantage of to customize the overall look of the calculator. So for example here, let's just suppose that we don't want this button to be blue. We can go ahead and click on action button color here, and then let's say we want to change it to green, just like that. As you can see, it automatically changes color. This also goes for the background here if you want, the text color, etc. I also want to mention that any changes they make on the left hand side here will automatically take effect on the right hand side as well. This doesn't just apply to the visual aspect of the calculator, but the functionality as well. So if you just submitted a new formula and you want to test it out, then you can just obviously enter it, save it, and then it will automatically reflect on the right hand side, and you can see if the formula works as intended and whether it provides the most accurate figures. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of customization. So I'm not going to go through every single design customization that you can take advantage of. I'll leave this up to you to explore. But yeah, once you finish with designing your stamp duty calculator, what you want to do next is go ahead and click on add to website for free in the bottom left corner of the screen right here. Then your stamp duty calculator will be saved up, and then you'll be taken to this page right here, which is where we now need to publish the widget. By the way, the reason why you've seen a different calculator here to the one that we just designed is because my internet crashed. So basically it reset everything, and instead of having to go back and customize everything, I thought I'd just use a random template because the process is pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, once you are on this page right here, go ahead and click on publish in the top right corner of the screen, and then you automatically be taken to the plans page. Now this is what the plans page looks like, and what we need to do here is choose a plan. Now, since this is the first widget that we're creating through Elfsight, we can actually go for this plan right here, which is completely free. It supports one widget and for up to 200 views. So if you're just getting started, you can go for this plan right here, which is completely free, like I said. However, if you want to unlock more functionalities, if you want to use more than one widget from Elfsight, if you want to show your stamp duty calculator to a wider audience, for more than 200 views, then obviously you can go for one of the premium plans right here. As you can see, they have quite a few different options they can choose from, and if you choose to subscribe to a plan annually, you also get to save quite a bit of money, which is pretty nice. But yeah, once you've selected the plan that works best for you, you will then automatically be taken to the page where you can copy the code for your stamp duty calculator. It will look just like this. Go ahead, click on copy code, and let's head over to Wix so we can start integrating it. Now, the first thing you want to do is head over to your Wix editor, and then I want you to head over to the page where you want to add your stamp duty calculator to. Now, in my case, I want my calculator to be on the home page, which is where I am right now. I've also added a section here beneath the main image, which is where I want the calculator to be. So go ahead and click on search here in the top right corner of the screen and search for HTML. Give it a couple of seconds to load, and then I want you to hover over this embed button or click on it, it doesn't matter. And then on the left hand side here, you will see a new window pop up. Underneath popular embeds, I want you to click on embed HTML, and then that is going to add an HTML box to your Wix website. From here, simply paste the code we just copied previously from Elfsight, give it a couple of seconds and click on update, and then your stamp duty calculator will be added to your Wix website. All you have to do now is go ahead and resize it, and let's take a look at what it looks like. And as you can see, here is my calculator on my Wix website. As you can see, it's fully interactive and it works just as intended, even though it's not the stamp duty calculator that I designed. Don't worry about this little pop-up that you see here in the top left corner of the screen. This is only visible to you just in case you want to make any changes to the calculator in the future. So if I just click on it, it will automatically take me to Elfsight, which is where I can make changes to the calculator before I click publish again, and then it automatically basically updates on your site before having to remove it, etc. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how to create a stamp duty calculator in Wix. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.